Hello students, in the previous class we had seen the reaction of metals and non-metals with oxygen. So we had seen that metallic oxides are basic in nature and non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Now we will see the reaction of metals and non-metals with water. Reaction of metals with water. Sodium is a metal. It reacts vigorously with water. Vigorously means it's too quick. The reaction is too quick and very if you put sodium in water, it will burst. So a lot of heat is generated at that time. So sodium metal is very reactive and it reacts vigorously with oxygen and water. Even with oxygen also, sodium reacts vigorously. That's why sodium is kept in kerosene. You cannot keep it open also. You cannot keep it in water also. A lot of heat is generated in the reaction. It is therefore stored in kerosene. Iron reacts with water slowly. Both are metals. Sodium is also metal, iron is also metal, but iron reacts very slowly with water, whereas sodium reacts vigorously with water. Now reaction of non-metals with water. Non-metals generally they do not react with water. So if you put sulfur in water, it will not react. If you would put phosphorus in water, it will not react. Non-metals are reactive in air, so they are stored in water. With air they will react. That is, we have seen non-metallic oxides they form, but with water they do not react. So these non-metals can be stored in water. Phosphorus is a very reactive non-metal. It catches fire if exposed to air, so it is stored in water. So all these can be asked for 1 mark question, like why is sodium stored in kerosene? Because it reacts vigorously with oxygen and water. Why is phosphorus stored in water? Because if it will catch fire if it is exposed to air. So phosphorus reacts vigorously with air, but it will not react with water. So that is the reaction of metals and non-metals with water. Now reaction of metals and non-metals with acids. Let's see that. So magnesium metal, when it is reacted with hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, it forms magnesium chloride, which is a salt, which we call a salt, and hydrogen gas is liberated. Now this is the main thing. Hydrogen gas is liberated when a metal reacts with acid. Similarly, see here, aluminium reacts with hydrochloric acid to form aluminium chloride, which is a salt, and hydrogen gas is liberated. Again, zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid to form zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. So the main thing here is when a metal reacts with acid, hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay. Now, when metals react with acid, hydrogen gas is liberated. Now, how to test this hydrogen gas? So, this test is very important. How you test hydrogen gas? Now, if you take magnesium, if you take in a test tube hydrochloric acid and you put magnesium into it, some fumes, you will start seeing some fumes. Now, if you bring a burning matchstick near the mouth of the test tube, you will hear a pop sound. Now, this pop sound is what characterizes that it is a hydrogen gas. So burning a matchstick near the mouth of test tube, when it is in which metal is reacted with acid, a pop sound is heard, and pop sound indicates the presence of hydrogen gas. Okay. Now, reaction of non-metals with acids. Non-metals do not react with acid. So, a simple difference. Metals react with acid to produce hydrogen gas. Non-metals do not react with acids. Now reaction with bases. Metals react with bases, again the same thing. Metals react with bases to produce hydrogen gas, whereas reaction of non-metals with bases are complex. So complex compounds are formed in that case. You will be studying in this in the higher classes about this. So we will come to the next topic, that is displacement reaction.